Here, at Holy Trinity Church in Stratford-on-Avon, on the 26th of April 1564, William Shakespeare was baptized. Apart from his baptismal record and a few other documents scattered here and there, and the fact that he was ultimately buried in this same church some 52 years later, having died on the 23rd of April 1616, 400 years ago this year, we know almost nothing of the man who was to become the master of the English language. He was the son of John Shakespeare, a glove maker and wool merchant of the town. His mother, Mary Arden, was the daughter of a prominent local landowner, possibly with Catholic sympathies. He was one of 8 children, the oldest boy, but nothing in these facts tells us how it was that he came to be the genius that we know him now to be. Some part of the answer must lie in this building, the Guild Hall in Stratford-on-Avon. In it was the King's New School, where between the ages of about 6 and 14, William learned classical rhetoric. Rhetoric, the art of persuasion, the study of psychology and how language can move the minds of men. He would have been taught to read the classical authors, made to practice writing speeches for historical and mythical figures. The rhetorical tropes and figures that coloured his language would have been given to him here. Here, the tools of the playwright's trade were taught to him like a creative writing course. But that he learned these things cannot explain how he became the playwright he did in London. And it leaves completely untouched another mystery altogether. Why would he want to leave Stratford-on-Avon at all? In November 1582, William Shakespeare, then only 18 years old, married Anne Hathaway, 26 years old. And 6 months later, they had their first child, Susanna. 2 years after that, the twins Hamnet and Judith were born. All 5 of them will have lived here in the house on Henley Street, where his father John and mother Mary lived with his other siblings. Those must have been cramped quarters, and one wonders whether or not William really revelled in the domesticity that had been thrust on him at 18. Between the baptism of the twins in February 1585 and his appearance on the record of the London theatre scene in 1592, we know almost nothing. What happened in those 7 lost years? What we do know is that from the time he left Stratford till his return in 1610 or thereabouts, he spent nearly 30 years of his life away from Anne and his children, and doesn't speak of a lasting love. Where then does the inspiration for William's astonishing love poetry come from? Where does the passion that still speaks to us over 400 years come from? Who is that muse of fire that inspired William Shakespeare? For the answer to that question, we will have to look somewhere other than the house on Henley Street.